All right, guys, what's going on? All right, so today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people think is not possible. And you know me, I like breaking things down. I like breaking things down to where you know that you have always had the power and you can use your power. So, we're going to talk about deleting mortgages today. Who on here has a mortgage that they would like get deleted from their consumer report? Anybody? Let me know if y'all got some mortgages that y'all want to learn how to delete from your credit report. Who got some mortgages? Who got some mortgages? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see y'all put that house fire. Let me see y'all put those. Next week we'll talk about auto loan. This week, um Noli, next week we'll talk about we're gonna talk about that next week. This week we're gonna talk about mortgages. So we're gonna talk about how to delete the mortgage from the consumer report. Because people be under the impression that a mortgage cannot be deleted. And I'm here to tell y'all that is not true. So if y'all want to learn how to delete some mortgages today, next week we'll talk about auto, guys. We'll talk about deleting the auto loan next week. We're gonna talk about the mortgage this week. So for all my friends that have Turo, I'm gonna invite y'all next week. We're gonna talk about deleting auto loans from your reports. All right. So let me see. I got the Clubhouse gang in here. Shout out to y'all for always coming out. I got YouTube up and going. I have IG live. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Right. And we're gonna talk about mortgages. So who here believes that it's possible to leave mortgage? I want to know what people are saying in the streets about mortgage. Because I've been hearing a lot of people saying, oh, once the mortgage gets put on the report, the mortgage can't come off. Well, I'm here to ask you, who gave them permission to even put it on there in the first place? No, he didn't. Yes, I said it. Who gave them permission to put the mortgage on there in the first place? So now, even if you gave them permission to put it on there, do you believe that you still have the power to take it off? And a lot of people have, with everything that went on with, the C word that we don't want to call because we don't want to get shadow banned on Instagram and everywhere else. With everything that's been going on, being in deferment, late payments, and all of these stuff on the mortgage, would it be better to keep the account, delete the late payments, or just delete the mortgage off the report itself? Let me know what y'all think. Which route would you rather take? Would you rather take the route of cleaning up the account or deleting the account altogether? I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds so y'all can tell me what y'all think. Um, I want to know which route do y'all want to go? Because the route that you're gonna go, we can take the route. It doesn't matter which one of the routes. There's many routes to the same destination. Looking here for boom boom boom. Where did you send that? All right. Which route is better? Delete altogether? Okay. Delete the account, but make sure the debt obligation isn't there. Well, what I'm teaching you is not about the debt obligation. I'm not teaching you about that because whether you have the alleged debt or not, that's entirely up to you. What I'm teaching you is how to delete the mortgage from your reports. That's what I'm teaching. Everything I don't teach debt elimination. I don't teach that. I teach you how to delete stuff from your consumer report. right? So all right, cool. So the proper word, right? The proper word is, how do you get it done? If you pay on time, it is beneficial to remove. It depends on your end goal. So let's talk about your end goal. Let's say you have a mortgage on your report and you want it off. Maybe you're going to apply for another mortgage. Maybe your debt to income. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why you would want your mortgage deleted. I'm here to tell you that if you want your mortgage deleted, you can delete it. That's what I'm here to tell you. There is no obligation because we are creditors. Well, that's one part of it. You see, knowing is one part, proving it is another. Quick question: can I reapply for a credit card company that I had before, but got closed due to late payments? You can, but there's no saying whether or not they might approve you or not. Is there any penalty for doing so? We're getting your mortgage deleted off your consumer report. Well, when we talk about your private information, are you saying that if you want your information private, there's a penalty for your privacy of your information? I don't think so. I don't think so. So the point I'm getting at is okay, here we go. The point I'm getting at is, ladies and gentlemen, do not be fearful. You control the consumer report. Stop thinking. I want y'all to stop being fearful. It is your information. It is your information. Do not be fearful. Stop being fearful and giving these corporations power over you. Stop it. Shout out to my guy Top Dog. What's going on? Shout out to Queen Michelle in the building. Right? Stop giving these corporations power over you. Stop it. It is your report, it is your information. You have the right to say what gets reported and what doesn't get reported. The law gives you that right. Who believes me? Who believes that the law gives you the right to state what gets reported or not? Let's start there. With a show of hands, right? With a show of hands, who believes that you control the information that gets reported on your consumer report? With a show of hands. Let me see, right? Okay, cool, cool, cool. So if you know that you have the ability to control what gets reported, why not control the profile itself? Do y'all see where I'm going with this? If you know that you can control the information, which you can, why not control it? Why relinquish so much power to a corporation that doesn't even have your best interest at heart? So, come on, guys, fill me in. Why relinquish so much control? Don't. Do not do it. Because you, at the end of the day, controls what gets reported. And what gets reported is what you say gets reported. It's not the other way around. All right. I am going to go through. Where is the mortgage deletion letter? All right. There's two things we're gonna go here. Truth in lending disclosures, right? How many of you, when you signed, shout out to K Pretty, I see you've changed your name, and this name, I might say, works very well with you. It shows a different person. I really, really love that. So, shout out to you, K Pretty. I love the new name. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yep. All right. Let's talk about truth in lending. So, under truth in lending, damn, we might cover some really great stuff today. I hope y'all are ready. We're gonna cover some. I'm gonna go into truth in lending. So let me tell y'all what's gonna happen because now I'm feeling real good. I see K Pretty came in. She changed her name. I see she's a lot more positive. She's got a great outlook in life, and I love doing this. And besides, we're going into the July 4th weekend anyway. So tell you what. Durain, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I don't know if I should do it or not. All right, it depends on how I feel later on. I might give y'all a bonus at the end of this. At the end of this live, I might go into a whole different thing with mortgage. I might go somewhere completely different with mortgage. But let's start off here at getting into mortgage deleted, and then who knows where I might take this mortgage topic right into mortgage fraud, into foreclosure. I don't know yet. I don't know yet, so don't hold me to it. It depends on how I'm feeling. We might take this lesson today all the way to the moon. I might, sheesh, I don't know yet. I don't know. But let's start off with the lessons. So let's talk of some of the ways to delete a mortgage, right? Oh, let me also find my truth in lending disclosure letter. Um, truth in lending disclosure letter. Where is it? All right, let me find this letter. There's two letters I'm gonna go over for y'all. Updated letter pack. Um, it's not here. Truth in lending. I got some serious heat for you guys. Let me see. Truth, T-R-U-T. Truth in lending affidavit. Okay, here we go. All right. So there's two letters. I'm going over two letters. Guys, I'm going to go over two letters. The first letter is the I think the first letter should be the disclosure letters because a lot of you don't know the disclosures that you're supposed to get. Around three. Tiller requests. All right. As soon as all right, cool, got it. Who's ready? Like I'm about to go ham right now. So who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? 3-day rescission, which they never gave. Oh, I'm gonna touch that too. Just ask Cali. I might just get crazy at the end and go into the case law with the right of rescission, with your mortgage, and I might get crazy today. I don't know. I'm not promising that part. But let's talk about the truth in lending disclosures, right? All right. So when we talk about our truth in lending disclosures, do you know what the truth in lending disclosures are? Did you know that you're supposed to get your disclosures? When you sign a mortgage, there's certain disclosures under truth in lending that you're supposed to get. How many people know or have gotten their truth in lending disclosures when you either bought a car or you purchased a home? How many people, right? Let me see a raise of hands. How many people got their truth in lending disclosures? Or did you even know you're supposed to get your truth in lending disclosures? How many people got their truth in lending disclosures? All right, just ask Callie said she did. Okay. Never heard of it. Okay. Come on, guys, don't be shy. I am doing this for you. I don't have to be here. I'm doing this for you. So you have to let me know what's going on. I cannot help you if I don't know what's going on. Never heard of it. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right. So typically, when I'm requesting my truth in lending, right, I will start my truth in lending request like this. So I would. This is a request for information and validation of debts, requesting truth in lending disclosures, right? And this account is disputed in its entirety because I want to dispute the account. Is it the same thing as the finance? Not necessarily, not all of it. There's more disclosures that you're supposed to get, right? So I'm starting here and I'm saying I am requesting all my disclosures person truth in lending 15 USC 1601, right? Or regulation Z. And I'm going to go into the Graham Leach Bailey Act. I want that disclosures. There's supposed to be three disclosures, A, B, and C, that must be disclosed under 15 USC 6802. Now, when I go to notice requirements, I'm going to speak on the Graham Leach Bailey Act and the fact that they didn't give me the opportunity to opt out. I'm going to court with Westlake because they repo my car after taking them through the administrative process. And after 90 days, they got a third party debt collector involved. They can get a debt party involved all they want. Make sure that when the debt collector sends you any information, did you get my debt collection killer pack, Credit Gotti? If you didn't get my debt collection killer pack, you need to go to my bio right now and you need to get my debt collection killer pack. There's a training on there that's going to teach you about the debt validation process, the new process for debt validation. So go to the link into my Instagram, the underscore credit underscore hero. So the credit hero, the underscore credit underscore hero. Go to the link in my bio and you're gonna see debt collection killer pack. I want you to get that product and I want you to study it. I want you to read the letters. And I need you to go through the validation process of what they should have sent you and what you're requesting as per the new FDCPA 12 CFR 1006.34C. Make sure that you're using that letter and that language to demand the disclosures that these debt collectors are supposed to send you. So make sure you get that done. All right, brother? I just purchased a car yesterday. I didn't get it. I did get the debt validation one, especially asking for each one of the letter. No, no, no. I made a new. It's called the debt collection killer pack. If you have the debt collection killer pack, then I want you to go over it. If it's not the debt collection killer pack that you have, you need the debt collection killer pack. That's the one that's going to give you more information what the new law requires a debt collector to do. And for those of you who don't know, when I say don't pay collections, right? See, I'm not even going to turn this into a collections thing. I'm just going to do this part real quick, then I'm going to go back to mortgages. A lot of people in these streets are telling people don't pay collection. If you've heard that before, let me see, you'll drop some fire in the chat. If you heard somebody said don't pay collections, let me see some fire, something in the chat. where if you've heard somebody say don't pay collections, and that's all they said, they didn't tell you why. See, the why is important. They already paid them for you. Right? All right. When it says don't pay collection, there's a specific part of the law that says it. But a lot of people are just regurgitating information, but they don't know the source of where it came from. It's not just the fact that we credited them, it's more than that. So for everybody right now, this is some free game I'm gonna give y'all. For everybody right now that has a collection or a collection company that's calling them, I want you to Google for me right now. Take your phone out, take your second phone out. I want you to Google for me right now. 15 USC 1692 CC. So let me type this into Google so we're all on the same page. 15 USC 1692 CC. So go to Google. 15 USC 1692 CC. I'm going to tell you why you can refuse to pay a collection, right? Now, the section is called ceasing communication. Ceasing communication. When I tell you guys don't pay collections, this is the part of the law that speaks on you not paying collection. And I want you all to listen. Then I'm going to go back to mortgages. Ceasing communication. If a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt. So when you hear people in these streets talking about don't pay collection, it is part true. But where does that information come from? If you're going to put that in your letter, where is the information from, or what are you going to use as your source to substantiate your claim? A lot of people have a lot of claims, but they don't have the information or the source to support the claim. Knowing the claim is one thing. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Right? And in 15 USC 1692 CC, the law says a consumer can notify a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt. So I hope that is clear. When you hear people in these streets saying, don't pay collections, well, this is the law that supports that. Right? Not paying a collection is one thing, but where are you getting this information from? This is the law that substantiates a consumer not paying a debt collector. 15 USC 1692 CC. That is the law that supports a consumer refusing to pay a debt collector. So now let's go back to mortgages. All right, so we asked them for the Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act, right? And then we're going to ask them also, where is our opt-out information? See, under notice of requirements, right? Notice of requirements, all your disclosures must be given. So except as otherwise provided in the subchapter, a financial institution may not directly or through any affiliate disclose to a non-affiliated third party any non-public personal information. Non-public personal information unless such financial institution provides or has provided the consumer a notice that complies with section 6803 of this title. So now we are going to go into opting out because the law says you guys can opt out of having your information reported. So if you're able to opt out of having your information reported, why not exercise that right? Come on, guys, I'm waiting for an answer. Yes, it says you don't have to pay, but how to get it off the credit report? For that, Travis, you need to get my debt collection killer pack. That answer is in the debt collection killer pack. Go to my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, is that Travis or Travel? Travel. Okay. Go to my Instagram, VTHE underscore credit underscore hero. Look in the link in my bio, and you're going to see the debt collection killer pack. It is going to teach you what you need to know. It has 12 letters in there specifically for debt collectors. That is what you're going to use to get your collections deleted. One of my students yesterday just used the information and he got 13 accounts deleted. 13, 1 3. He got 13 items deleted. He used the information and he sent in the testimonial. He did it, I think he did it last week, and he got 13 accounts deleted. 13 collection accounts deleted. So what does the word opt out mean? What does the word opt out mean? Who knows what the word opt out means? What does it mean to opt out of something? And for the mortgage deletion letter, guys, before I forget, I want you to text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329, and you will be able to get the mortgage deletion letter.
Duran, can you repeat that phone number, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, beautiful. Oh, the link at the top has it. So if they click the link at the top, it's a mortgage deletion letter. If you're in Clubhouse, all you got to do is click the link at the top, but I will give you my number.
Awesome.
All right. So it's, if you text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329, you will get the mortgage deletion letter. If you're on Clubhouse, the link is right there at the top of the club. Don't forget to follow the club, follow the moderators, follow each other too. Social currency goes a far way. Right? If you're on Instagram, don't forget to follow. Don't forget to go to the link in my bio. Also, it has the information. Now, to shut my information off from public access until I say so, until the time our term has come to pass. That's a long definition, Samuels. But to opt out,
That means not you choose not to participate.
Ah,
You just don't want to participate.
not to participate. That's what I was looking for. Opting out of something means I choose not to participate. The Clubhouse name is Do for Self Credit Repair. So if you type in Do for Self Credit Repair, or if you type in my name, Darain Delevante, you can actually find the club that I'm in right now. Do you send it to the mortgage company? You send to the mortgage company. We don't send anything to the consumer reporting agencies. We go straight to the person that's reporting the information. We go directly to the person that is reporting the information. Sir, I just sent out the auto deletion letter with just my personal info and the dealership info. I'm praying, remove this. It's not about praying, you're enforcing it. All right. But I'm not going to go into the auto letter today. Like I said, I'm doing the mortgage and next week I'm going to do auto. So now, as we opt out, so we know the definition of opting out means not to participate, right? Edwin, are you able to come on live right now? Let me know, Edwin, if you're able to come on live. I want you to put a request in right now to come on the live. Opting out simply means do not participate. I don't want to participate. I don't. So the law says, in general, a financial institution may not disclose non-public personal information to a non-affiliated third party unless they do the following. So let's talk about boom, boom, boom. Right? Not unless they do the following. A says the financial institution clearly and conspicuously they must disclose to the consumer in writing or in electronic form or other form permitted. Edwin, I'm gonna ask you to just mute for a minute and then I'm gonna bring you back on after I finish this paragraph. In writing or in electronic form permitted by the regulation prescribed under Section 6804 of this title that such information may be disclosed to a third party. So they must tell you that the information that they have gathered from you, your personal information, right? You, not you, they are going to disclose it to a third party. That's one. The second disclosure is the consumer is given the opportunity. So you, the consumer, is given the opportunity before they report that information to say whether you want this information reported or not. So now the third disclosure is the consumer is given an explanation how to exercise the non-disclosure option. So the non-disclosure option is you saying, I don't want my information reported. Give me the form to fill out so my information does not get reported. When you were getting your car, your mortgage, or anything line of credit, did you get these disclosures where you were told that they're going to have your information, that they may report it, but before they report it, you have the saying in what takes place before that happened? How many people have gotten those disclosures? Let me take a sip. I'm going to wait for this answer. Man, why is everybody quiet? So nobody got these disclosures? I saw someone said earlier, why would I want to delete my mortgage? The question is, if you have issues with a mortgage, you can delete it. If there's late payments on there, you can delete it. If you just don't want the mortgage reported at all, you can delete it. So there's many reasons why a person would want to delete their mortgage. So what I'm getting at now, the fact that you guys have never gotten these disclosures is one of the reasons why this account shouldn't be reported. The same is true for student loans, but I'm not going to veer down the student loan path today. We are talking about homes, not cars, correct? But the same is true when a finance charge is involved. So the question now becomes, now that you have this information, what if someone got foreclosed on? Foreclosure, it, like I said, I might get into some spicy topic towards the end, and y'all stick around to the end because I might go into foreclosure, I might go into mortgage fraud. You don't know yet. It depends on how I'm feeling. All right. So all right, Edwin, I was just about to call you on stage, but it looks like you're having some connection issues. All right, cool. So I'll wait until Edwin gets his connection back. So now let's talk about your truth in lending disclosures, right? So the first set of disclosures is your personal information, um, information with respect to personal information, right? That's what I'm talking about. So did you get those disclosures? From the looks of it and what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, the answer is no. You did not get it. So you might want to request it. If you're looking for this letter, the letter is available on my website. This letter is called.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Edwin, we can hear you. The letter that I'm going through right now is going to be called Request for Truth in Lending Disclosures. So if you go on the website, this is the letter that requests all your truth in lending disclosures. Edwin, people don't think that you can delete a mortgage. And when I told them that you just got 13 more collections deleted, they still don't believe it. They think I'm here capping.
Yeah. I got some student loans and some more accounts deleted. It was 13.
13 account. But we're not talking the other 100 that got deleted from last August till now. Like when I tell them, they don't believe me that we've gotten hundreds of collections deleted. And
Correct.
like I don't know what to tell y'all. Like I have the links, the proof is there. I bring the students on, but I don't know, bro. They still don't believe that is true.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true.
I don't know, bro. It's like I'm gonna have to take a Sharpie and write truth in front of people. The testimonials are there. If they go on the Instagram, the testimonials are there. I bring you on all the time. And people still don't think we're getting 13 deletions, 19 deletions, 20 deletions, 5. Like they don't, I don't know, bro. They don't think that it, I don't know, Edwin. So maybe you can talk to them before I go back into teaching.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because where I'm dealing with the CRAs, you can delete up to like 21 items.
Without it being frivolous.
Every time. Correct. So when you do that, the CRA letter, you just go ahead and type it up and put like 21 negative items on there and send it up. So where they have 30 days to go ahead and verify, but more than likely they'll go ahead and take it up.
So Edwin, is it true, and I don't want no cap here, is it true that collectively I can say we've gotten, with everybody in the group, we have gotten about close to 500 or more than 500 accounts deleted within the last year?
Correct.
If I'm lying, I want, do not take up for me, bro. If I'm in these streets telling a lie, let the people know that I'm telling a lie, bro.
Yeah, it's been a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because with the collection and the stuff going to the CRAs, it's been a lot. You know what I'm saying? The CRAs, like I told you, is up to like 21 items. You know what I'm saying? And then there's, you know, every month you can get item deleted, a different item deleted. And then also I do the letters to the collectors also. So that's separate.
So now, what Edwin is describing to y'all is where we do an attack, both offensive and defensive, is I tailor the letter to send to the creditors, but there's nothing stopping you from sending the same letters modified to the consumer reporting agencies. When you are able to do both and you file your complaints simultaneously, I am telling you guys, you can get so much result.
Correct. But the main thing, you got to put in work. You got to put in the work.
But the people are not willing to put in the work. They want it to just happen overnight, just like this.
Bro, you got to put the work in. You got to study. You know what I'm saying? And find different ways for it to work. You know what I'm saying? If it don't work this way, just sit back and figure out a different plan for next month.
Yeah, but Edwin, you know, I purchased Dwayne's letter and I sent it out once and the account didn't get deleted.
Dealing with that, you got to keep on going. Because once they claim it is verified, you got to find a different method to go ahead and do it again. Because never just settle for the first letter saying it is verified. Because really, their whole main purpose is to get us depressed. Mm-hmm. So once they come back verified, Just go ahead and find a different method. Even it's the credit limit, the high balance, the payment history, something. You know what I'm saying? If I find a different error to get it deleted.
Now, Edwin and I, we're going to work on another project. I'm not telling you guys what it is yet, but we're going to work on a different project. And let me tell y'all this right now. This project that we're going to work on is going to take the university through the roof. When you're talking about, a lot of people want to talk about they want to get paid for violations and stuff like that. And we hear other people in these streets talking about you need to invoice them. Ain't nobody paying you no invoice. They're not paying you no invoice. The way for you to get paid is called arbitration. That's how you're going to get paid, and that's how you're going to get accounts deleted. It's either arbitration or a lawsuit. You are not getting paid no other way. Arbitration, I'm going to tell you all the truth. It's arbitration or a lawsuit. You will not invoice none of these people and think they're going to pay you. So y'all can keep listening to invoicing them if you want. Invoicing them does not work. There's nothing substantiating your invoice. You need to take them to arbitration, or you're going to go get a lawyer and go get a lawsuit going, or go pro se. Either one works, but invoicing them is not the answer. I'm telling you guys, it's not.
Yeah, dealing with this, you gotta apply pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah. Cause with them, they know that the stuff is wrong, but really they ain't gonna take it off unless you go ahead and sue them. It's crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so sad that it has to go there, but guess what? They're going to draw it out to the last straw. They are going to draw this out. And this is why a lot of people get discouraged, especially after the second round. Yes. They get discouraged after the second round.
Yeah. With me, I tell them go at least 3 rounds. After the third round, go ahead and find a lawyer to go ahead and sue them. But at least go ahead and fight it for 3 different rounds.
Because you need to exhaust your administrative process. It is important that you exhaust your administrative process. Why is this important? An opportunity to cure.
Yes.
So, Edwin, by Monday, I'm gonna get you on the new program. I hope you can finish it by the end of the week, and then I want you to start working on. I'll give you the breakdown of some stuff that I'm gonna want you to work on first, and once you get the results from those, we're gonna drop it in the group, and we're gonna let people know that we're open for season, and we're gonna be taking the university to the next level.
Bet I'm ready.
All right.
It's a blessing.
Yep. So we're gonna get this going, and yeah, I'm not gonna keep you too long, bro. Go and handle your business, but I will get you the login and the information by the end of this week, into Monday, so you can study the week coming up, and then by the next week we're gonna start having some stuff going, and hopefully within 2 weeks, bro, we get this going. Yeah, we get some results going, and we start showing the people.
All right. Come on with it.
All right, bro. Later.
All right. Take care.
Oh, before you go, Edwin, about how much deletions do you have now within the last year?
Oh man. Lord have mercy. Like I said, it's been more than 100 collections, you know what I'm saying? But
all together, not just collections, all the other accounts.
Man, it's been probably about 200 or 300.
200 or 300.
Yeah.
In a year.
Yeah.
It's not even a full year yet, by the way. It's not.
Yeah. Real.
I'm just saying. They say the information doesn't work, bro.
Yeah. Because like I had told them before in the post, the letters, I modified the letters for the CRAs. And then like I said, you can go up to like 21 items.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So once they go ahead and start taking them off, getting deleted, then you wait till the next month and do the same thing.
Rinse and repeat.
Correct.
Rinse and repeat. So
Yeah.
tell the wife I said hello. Go enjoy your Friday evening. I'm here working, bro. We finna talk. I'm gonna get you. Why would you send the same letter three times? It's not the same letter you're
You know,
sending three times.
it's different.
It's you want to
Different.
explain this part, bro? Explain this part, and then I'll
Yeah.
get.
So when once we go ahead and send the first letter, then they come back to verify. You go ahead and type it up a different way, a different method, showing whatever step that you had shown to them for the next letter.
Mm-hmm.
And then the same thing happens for the next letter. If they don't do it for the next letter, you go ahead for the last letter. You go ahead and threaten to sue them.
Absolutely. Because remember, you're having a conversation. If you only send the same letter with no modification, the letter can look fraudulent.
Correct.
And it's not fraudulent in the sense that you're not sending it, but you're repeating the exact same information.
Correct. The same process.
That's why I tell you guys it's important for you guys to get into the university. It's important that you learn to modify. I make a general letter. There is absolutely no way I can make a letter for everyone. It's impossible because everyone has different situations. So
Correct.
what you do is the letter is your foundation. You copy the letter and you paste it, and then you look at the original. Read the original, and then you say, how can I now use this information to my situation? So when you learn the law and then learn the process, now you start saying, okay, well, Doreen, I have a mortgage with Wells Fargo. All right, Wells Fargo, boom, boom, boom. You did not give me these disclosures in respect to my personal information, and you reported information, my personal information, without giving me any of the required disclosures under the Graham Leach Bailey Act, under Truth in Lending, and I am requesting full disclosure of all the disclosures that you were supposed to give me. So this is a request for Graham Leach Bailey Act and Truth in Lending disclosures. And then you start listing the disclosures now that you want. Kali says Wells Fargo might not even have the mortgage anymore. And that's true. And this is where now we get into mortgage fraud, because the mortgage and the promissory note are inseparable. They must travel together. But I'm not going to get into that part. I'm not getting into mortgage fraud right now. I'm not. But the mortgage and the note must travel together. There is a case law in federal court that says the mortgage and the note must travel together. So when you requested MERS, on your MERS is not a lender. A lot of people don't understand that MERS, MERS, Mortgage Electronic Record System, is not a lender. MERS can buy the mortgage, but they cannot get the promissory note. It is in a Supreme Court ruling. MERS is not a lender. So if MERS have your stuff, the train of title has been broke. Derain, don't do it.
All right.
Don't get in there. I'm not going down this rabbit hole with y'all today. I'm not. This is a different conversation, right? Yep. This is a different conversation. I am not going down that rabbit hole with y'all today. We're talking about deleting the mortgage from the consumer report. I don't know why y'all are drawing me out. I am not going down that rabbit hole today. All right. So Edwin, we'll talk. Go have a good evening with the queen, bro. Let her know that I said good evening. And we got a lot of work to do. All right, brother?
All right, fam.
All right, later, bro. All right. Kali, I swear, Kali, you're here trying to get me to jump in. I am not jumping in this rabbit hole, Kali. I am not. So, so now we spoke about the Graham Leach Bailey Act. We spoke about opting out. Now let's talk about the truth in lending disclosures. 15 USC 1605 has disclosures, right? The disclosures that are there is the determination of the finance chart, the life, accident, health insurance premium included in the finance charge, right? Credit life insurance disclosure. What does that mean? That when you do a finance charge or when a finance charge is involved, the line of credit is insured. There's an insurance policy on the line of credit, whether you want to call it a mortgage, a loan, a personal loan, whatever you want to call it, there's an insurance that is built in that is paid under your finance charge. All right. So we are talking about the property damage and liability insurance premiums included in the finance charge, right? We need to get those disclosures. When we go to now 15 USC 1606, the determination of the APR. Callie, I'm gonna have to pull up on you. I'm gonna just have to go pull up on you, Callie. I'm gonna pull up on you. The APR, they cannot just give you an APR. You need to get a disclosure on how the APR was broken down. It's time to get ready for your flight to Atlanta in July. Right? They need to break down how the APR was calculated. So let's talk about the computation of the rate of finance charge for balances within a specific range. You need to get that computation, right? Where can I get those CRA letters? It's on my website. Do Vest Well, go into my Instagram bio, and you're gonna see my website, www.duraindelevante.com. All my letters you can find there. So for everyone that's wondering where you can get these letters that I'm talking about, all my letters are available on my website, www.duraindelevante.com. So if you type my name into Google, it will bring you to my website. Google me. I always wanted to say that. Google me. Right? So now, when we talk about the computation of the rate of the finance charge and for balances with specified range, have you guys ever gotten any of these disclosures that breaks down to you the APR? How did they calculate the APR? So if your APR is 10% for the year, well, where did this 10% come from? How did they calculate the 10%? I was getting a little confused at the interest rate and APR because I had two percentages on it. Yeah, how did they calculate it? This is a disclosure that you're supposed to get. You are supposed to know how they calculated the APR. How did they do it? All right. Allowable tolerances for purposes of compliance with disclosure requirements. Use of rate tables or charts having allowable variance from determined rates. What table, what charts are they using to calculate your APR and your allowable variance? How did they calculate your APR? Can someone tell me? Can anyone tell me how your APR was calculated? Anyone? Come on, guys, talk to me. Can anyone tell me how the APR that you have was calculated? Nobody? So basically, from you guys not responding or just being silent, I'm going to say you know exactly how your APR was calculated then, right? Is it safe to assume that you know how your APR was calculated? Shout out to my guy, Direct CEO. What's going on, King? We don't know, it wasn't disclosed. This I want y'all to think. dreams into reality. My brother, my brother. I really want y'all to start thinking about this stuff. When they say they're going to charge you 15%, how was that 15% calculated? What led to them saying 15%? How was that interest rate calculated? Yeah, my point exactly. Last week we discussed your state usury law. Each state have a maximum allowed interest rate that these corporations must not exceed. Finance charge divided by the number of hundreds of borrowed. That so where does the chart and the table come in? How did they calculate the finance charge? Where does the calculation for the finance charge come in? How do you know that the amount that they said is your finance charge is actually your finance charge? How was that computed? How was it calculated? What tables, what metrics are being used to give you that finance charge rate and that interest rate? How do I know that I am not being taken advantage of? This is why Truth in Lending says you have the right to request these disclosures. Sure does. I think federal max is 24% 0.95, but not let me not lie. Right? So these are the questions, guys, that I want you to start asking yourself. Right? I only saw the table but no chart. We actually don't know, which is true. I don't know either. This is why I study consumer law, because now I am learning things that I never questioned before, guys. This is why you guys need to be a part of the university. I see the queen here has her hand up. Let me see if she got an answer for me. Queen Khadija, I'm not sure how long you had your hand up. I hope you're still with me. Khadija, are you here with me? I just invited you up to speak. Let me do that again. All right, cool. I'll see whenever you come up then. How are these calculated? All right, let me listen. What I'm reading to you guys is what's inside of Truth in Lending. This isn't Durain making something up. This is Truth in Lending. If you type into Google right now, 1515 USC 1606 determination of the APR, you are going to see that this is a disclosure under Truth in Lending that your financial institution must provide you. All right. So now let me go to 15 USC 1632. Form of disclosure, additional information. In addition, information of clearly and conspicuously disclosed. What does clearly and conspicuously disclosed mean? The law is telling you that the information must be clear and it must be conspicuously disclosed. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? What does it mean for the information to be clearly and conspicuously disclosed? They have to explain it. They have to break it down so it is clear and conspicuous. All right, let me go even further. 1635. If you buy a home, I'm going to say this one more time. if you buy a home and you never got the right of rescission, this is a direct violation of truth in lending. Buying a home, when they can go around the corner for an auto loan and don't give you your right of rescission disclosures, when it comes to a home, that is not the case. The right of rescission disclosures is a mandatory, I don't know if mandatory is a word, is mandatory in your truth in lending disclosures. Everybody on here right now that's a homeowner, everyone that's a homeowner, have you received your right of rescission disclosures when you purchased your home? All my homeowners, let me see all my homeowners. All my homeowners, let me see y'all right now. Drop a house in the chat, say me, whatever it is that floats your boat. All my homeowners right now, let me see you guys drop a house in the chat or something in the chat. Where are my homeowners at? Where are my homeowners at? Where are my homeowners? Did you get the right of rescission disclosure? It's a part of your truth in lending disclosures. Where are my homeowners? All right. Did you get the right of rescission disclosure? Not necessarily. The right of rescission doesn't necessarily apply to refinance. No, it does not. Refinancing is one way of doing it, but it doesn't necessarily apply to refinance. It is a part of your truth in lending disclosures. All right. So those are some of the stuff that we're requesting here. They didn't disclose to you the right to rescind under 1, 2, and 3, right? C, the rebuttal presumption. They didn't give you your 1637 open and consumer credit plan disclosures from 1 to 8 and from 1 to 12, right? They didn't give you your 1637A disclosures. Do you guys see how many disclosures that you didn't get? All the information here that I'm giving to you is information that is available for all of you. This this letter, the request for truth in lending disclosure, this was made from me reading truth in lending. I made this letter reading truth in lending. There are a lot of disclosures that should have been given to you, but when you don't know the things you don't know, they are able to take advantage of you. All right, that's one part. Now let's get into I wanna I am going to Darain, you said you weren't gonna do it. You said you weren't gonna do it, Darain. You said you weren't gonna do it. I'm gonna read a document. They're sneaky. The damn dealership and truth in lending statement. There it says you don't have the right to cancel a contract because you feel like it. They literally bully the fuck out of people. It's true. That is very true. I am going to read. I'm going to read a document for y'all. I am going to read a document for y'all. Who is ready for this document? Do the notice of rescission apply to finance charge on your car? Lawyer said no. Um, when it comes to the car, it's a little bit different. I'm not gonna tell you no, it doesn't apply. There's a way to do it. So I'm not gonna tell you no, it doesn't apply. There's a way to use the right of rescission on an auto loan, but it's a unique skill that not a lot of people know about. So to an extent, the lawyer is correct because some of the key words in the truth in lending, when it comes to the right of rescission, it speaks about principal dwelling, and we cannot overlook that word, principal dwelling. So when you Google the definition of those words, it's basically saying primary residence. But I am about to read a document, and I want to know if you guys are ready for it. The only other place you will hear what I'm about to read you is inside my university. I'm going to say this one more time. The only place you're going to hear this document I'm about to read or see it, well, yeah, you can see it. I'm going to read it. But the only other place you can see this document is inside my university. So prepare to have your minds blown. I'm going to give y'all 3 minutes to go and get your water, to go and get your pen, to go and get your notepad. But I am about to read a document. I don't even know if I should read it on here, to be honest. I don't even know. And if y'all don't convince me to read it, I'm not reading it. I'm not reading the document. This is this document has weight, a lot of weight to it. See, all right. I guess nobody wants the letter then. Some of these lawyers don't even know it. Kali, that is true. You already told us. Come on. Yo, I'm telling you, this document is fire, man. Quit playing with us and teach us and keep giving us the gems. All right, y'all really y'all really ready for this document I'm about to read? You need to read it. All right, bet. All right, y'all ready? So we know that there's a lot of fraud in the mortgage industry, right? For everybody know that there's a lot of fraud in the mortgage industry. I really want you to drop some fire. Let me see a house and drop some fire emoji beside it. So let me see a house and drop some fire emoji beside it. There's a lot of fraud going on in the mortgage industry. So I came across a document, and I've been reading this document, and it has provided so much clarity, ladies and gentlemen. It has provided so much clarity. I decided that I might share it with y'all. But since y'all are just pushing me around, um, I'm gonna read the document. But just know that I want you to listen with an open mind. I am not telling anyone to believe anything that I'm saying. Go do the research for yourself. All right? Don't believe everything I'm telling you. Go do the research for yourself. But I want you to listen with an open mind. All right? This is not long, but it's good for conditional acceptance for mortgages, whether acquiring property or after you've closed but want to call out the fraud. And it's got the 1099A strategy, pairing it nicely with the Chris CA strategy. Strategy. I will put into a Word document, but I wanted to share the text for visibility. This is a transcript from a recorded call. Here is the strategy for your mortgage, and add the silver coin. The mortgage and the promissory notes are two different instruments, and they must accompany each other. The mortgage is simply the security agreement which you signed fraudulently because they failed to disclose. Read 15 USC 78C section 10. Your promissory note is a security. It is not a promissory note. A promissory note cannot exceed the lifespan of 9 months. When you look this information up, you will see that it's true. Everything that I'm saying here, I want you guys to look it up. You have a 30-year note. So it's not a note, it's a security. When you hear the word security, Wall Street ought to pop up in your head, because that's where they buy and sell securities. In selling your security, where you're cut, like in selling your security, where is your cut? Well, where your dividends, where's your interest from the money they are making? So that in and of itself allows you to cancel the security agreement for failure to disclose, which is a violation of Regulation Z. For those of you who don't know what Regulation Z is, Regulation Z is truth in lending. It is also a violation of the Code of Federal Regulations 12 CFR 226.23, which gives you the right of rescission, and 12 USC 226.23 Appendage A shows you exactly what the right of rescission letter needs to say. It gives you the particular verbiage you should state. It does not state that it's not applicable for mortgages, except in the case of fraud. Fraud violates all contracts, right? If you know the Uniform Commercial Code, the funding source belongs to the signer, but they don't disclose that to you. The promissory note has no validity until you sign it, right? The promissory note has no validity until you sign it. The funding source to the promissory note is exclusively to the signer. And since you're the only person that signs it, it is your note. UCC 8-102 tells about the entitlement right to the funding source, which is your signature. When you get a copy back, other have signed and it's being notarized, but after you originally signed it, any further markings are material alterations to your instrument. You are the only one that signs and initial these documents. It's your signature. You have a right to rescind it for fraud. Don't rescind the promissory note. Rescind the mortgage agreement, because that's the security agreement that allows them to evict you. If you cancel the mortgage, they have no standing to bring you to court. I told the client to reverse the IRS form 1099A, mark it corrected, listing the mortgage company as the borrower, the client as the lender, and send it back to the mortgage company and to the IRS. The IRS will investigate and track the source of the funds back to the home buyer. You could have them give you clear and quiet title of your house, return your down payment and all payments made, and interest on those payments and down payments, and on your original escrow, and collapse the bonds they have built on that. That's better than going after a multi-million dollar lawsuit because they will leave you alone. The National Currency Act, Section 27, 28, and 53, banks are not allowed to loan their own credit, nor are they allowed to loan money, because whose money are they lending you? They cannot lend you their depositors' money, so where they get the money from? They got it from you, right? A FinCEN 101 is a filing that you suspect a felonious, there we go, a felonious act is being conducted either by corporations and or government without reprisal to yourself. A 3949A form is where you are asking for the CID of the IRS to come in and do a full scale investigation on your complaints. A SF-95 form indicates a criminal complaint on a corporation or the government that I have been injured and damaged and looking for resolution. The third and fourth clauses of the 14th Amendment states that if one perjurizes their oath of office, they are fired on the spot and forfeit all pensions and salaries. Perjuring one's oath of office is also an act of treason. Now, when I first came into contact with this document and I read it, I had to read this document like 3 or 4 times. And then all the laws that was stated in this document, I looked up for myself. And this is how I found the case law that says the promissory note, right? The promissory note secures the mortgage. The promissory note is a security that secures the promise to pay the mortgage, and they must travel together. They cannot be separated, because if the mortgage gets separated from the promissory note, there is no security to pay the mortgage. Do y'all comprehend what I'm saying? If the promise, what is this document? I cannot tell you what is this document. The only place you can find this document is inside my university. Right? What was I saying? The promissory note, everything in this document, I have looked up for myself, and I found the corresponding laws that goes with these documents, and I found case laws. Right? So in this document, it's going to point out mortgage fraud. And if there's no security, like this is I want y'all to get now why I say foreclosures are illegal. If the mortgage and the promissory note was separated in the beginning, there is no security. The promissory note is a security. It's a promise to pay the mortgage. Right? Now, if there is no promise that secures to pay the mortgage, how can you be foreclosed on a document that doesn't have a security, and it's just a document by itself? The mortgage and the promissory note are inseparable. The mortgage and the promissory note travels together. Right? So that was a little bonus for y'all. All right. I got some more foreclosure stuff, but I'm not gonna get into that now. I'll leave that for the university. You guys know where to find it. Like, you guys need to start investing in yourself. You guys need to start getting this information because I'm telling you, this type of information is life changing. Go look up the case laws. Go ahead. Go look up the case laws. There are case laws to support this. There's also case laws supporting the right of rescission. A lot of people don't know that the right of rescission even exists. They are required to give you a receipt for your security instrument note and the cash value. Your defense is recoupment under UCC 3 305 and claim UCC 3 306. So, ladies and gentlemen, yep, Google Scholar and go to federal, and you can look up the case laws. So now let's get into the mortgage deletion letter, and we're gonna call it a good night. All right. So let me get the mortgage deletion letter now. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. So notice to agent is notice to principal, and notice to principal is notice to agent. I'm gonna have my certified mail receipt number, right? And I am directing this letter to the CFO of XYZ Mortgage Company. I recently received a copy of my consumer report. I see you have reported an account on all major consumer reporting agencies that I did not give you permission to report, non-permissible purpose. You did not disclose to me that I can opt out of having my information reported, which we all spoke about, and we know that is true. I am writing to you to exercise that right. All right, so you're gonna list Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and the date the mortgage showed up, right? It is my comprehension that the reporting of this account is a violation of 15 USC 1681A, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 USC 1681A 2B exclusions, where we go into the exclusion of the consumer report and what is not included. And then when we go down to B, it speaks about authorizations or approval of a specific extension of credit directly or indirectly by the issue of a credit card or similar device. So now we go into truth in lending. And when you go into truth in lending, you're going to see that the real definition of a credit card is actually your social security card. And it tells you that credit card is defined. The term credit card means any card played coupon, book, or credit devices existing for the purpose of obtaining money, property, labor, or services. Now, I want you guys to tell me, when you go to buy a home, when you go to buy a car, when you're doing any sort of financing, what is that number one card? There's two cards in particular that they ask you guys for. What are the two cards that they ask you for when you're about to apply for anything? There's two cards in specific that they ask you for. Tell me the name of those two cards. Let me see how many people are paying attention. Yep, ID and SSN. Cali, you're on the money. Social, absolutely. Yep. So now, if the definition, right? If the definition of a credit card says any card, listen what the definition of a credit card means. The term credit card means any card, plate, coupon, book, or other credit device existing for the purpose of obtaining money, property, labor, or services on credit. Is your social security card and your ID used to obtain money, property, labor, or services on credit? Is your social security card used for that? Let me know. Is it used to obtain money, property, goods, services, and money? Let me know, guys. Yep. So now, if we know that it's used for that purpose, does it also fit the definition? By definition, that your ID and your social security card are credit cards. Based on the definition written by Congress, I didn't write this definition. Based on the definition written by Congress in the Truth in Lending Act, does not the definition fit your social security card and your ID? Right? So, as per the law, your social security and your ID and or your license plate, but I won't go into the license plate now, are credit cards. Yes? Okay, so now that we know these are credit cards, let's go in a bit further. I am writing in regard to the above referenced account that was an authorization and an approval of a specific extension of credit directed to me, which is the mortgage loan. According to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 USC 1681 2B, this account is not included in my consumer report. You have reported this account to my consumer report, which is a clear violation of the law. Yes? So now we are demanding the deletion of this account from your consumer report. So you are hereby put on notice, right? You are hereby put on notice of the matter, and the continuation of reporting this account after you've been put on notice will leave me no choice but to take legal action for willful non-compliance under civil liability, right? um Section of the FCRA 15 USC 1681N, 15 USC 1681M, and the Truth in Lending 15 USC 1601. Now, we're going to talk about the Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act. We discussed that earlier and how you can opt out of having your information reported. So the information now that we're going to use from the Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act, right, when we talked about opting out of having our information reported, you are going to use the Truth in Lending in conjunction with the Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act, ladies and gentlemen, and that is how you delete a mortgage from your consumer report. Now, if you want this mortgage deletion letter, I want you to text the word mortgage. It's pinned at the bottom. Text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329 for your mortgage deletion letter. So text mortgage to 917-810-3329 to get your mortgage deletion letter. So if there's a mortgage on your consumer report that you want to get deleted, you can get this letter by texting mortgage, MORTGAGE. Text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329 for your mortgage deletion letter. That is how you get a mortgage deleted. So I want you guys to know that when we're going in to get accounts deleted, we're not going in saying that the account is not yours. We're not saying that. We're not saying that the account has the same name as me and my dad. We're not saying that. We are going in using straight laws. So you're not saying that the account isn't yours. You're saying that the law says an approval or an authorization of a specific extension of credit which came from the issuer of a credit card is not included in my consumer report. That's what the law says. So you are only enforcing what the law is saying. That is all you're doing. You're enforcing what the law is saying. So you're not lying to anyone. You don't have to feel guilty You don't, because you are using their laws, their words. That's what you're using, their laws and their words. We're not making anything up. So if you're in Clubhouse, the link is at the top. Click the link at the top and you can get the mortgage deletion letter. If you're on IG Live, Facebook, YouTube, what you can do is text me, right? Text me the word mortgage to 917-810-3329 to get the mortgage deletion letter. And they don't like it when you enforce it. They don't, because we are being awoke. More and more consumers are comprehending the amount of power that they have. A person that is an oppressor will not like to see the rising of the person being oppressed. It doesn't make sense. Because if I can get you to pay me, right? If I can get you to pay me for something that I got paid for already, why would I not want that? They sold the mortgage, they got paid for it, but you don't know that the mortgage, right, is the pledge. No, the mortgage isn't the pledge. The mortgage is the document, and the promissory note or the security, because a promissory note is a security. A promissory note is a security. It is not a promissory note. The lifespan of a promissory note is 9 months, ladies and gentlemen. A promissory note, the lifespan is 9 months. I'm going to say this again. The lifespan of a promissory note is 9 months. All right, let me guess. Some of you still don't believe me. Okay. Ah, look up for me right now 15 USC 78C section 10. Uh, the lifespan of a promissory note is 9 months. Whew. All right, so I hope you guys learned something today. I hope you guys learned something today. And if you want the mortgage deletion letter, like I said before, if you're in Clubhouse, click the link at the top of the club. Don't forget to follow the club. Don't forget to follow each other, right? You can get the mortgage deletion letter there. Um, if you're on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, and you're hearing the sound of this island boy, if you're hearing the sound of my voice right now, you need to text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329. You got a mortgage on your consumer report and you want it deleted, get the mortgage deletion letter. You send it to the creditor. That is what's going to get this mortgage deleted. Because I'm an island boy, just trying to make it. I'm an island boy. Come on, guys, you know what it is. All right. All right. It's still open. I just don't want it on there. Yeah, delete the mortgage. You don't want the mortgage on there. Delete it. Do you have one to delete a car? Yes. I will be going over deleting the car next week. It's a very similar process to the mortgage. What's the law again? 15 USC 78C section 10. And you will see information about the promissory note and the fact that it's a security, and just that, you know, a lot of things that you guys think are true is really not. I deleted all the mortgages off my credit report and removed the lien from 3 of my properties. Good shit, bro. Good stuff. Good stuff. If it's a foreclosure, can it be deleted too? You can you can delete anything. You can delete anything, any account that is on your consumer report. You, the consumer, can delete any account. If y'all don't know what he's talking about, go join the university. Absolutely. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to join the university, guys. This is free game that I'm giving you. Imagine the stuff that's inside the university. This is free game. This is one page from a book in my university. One page. One page. Imagine what you guys are missing out not learning how to do this. Can you delete it if they update the information on a collection account? If it's a collection, just delete the collection. Because remember, a consumer, as a consumer, you can refuse to pay a debt collector. You can. The law gives you the right to refuse to pay a collection. You just need to know how to do it. Thanks, Doreen. Join. It's a get. I'm telling you, you gotta join the university. Join the university. It will change your whole life. Yep. Callie, you're absolutely right. Dirty Bird 196, go to the link in my Instagram bio, and you're gonna see join the Consumer Law Secrets University or join the university. If you go to the link in my bio, you will see the link to join the university. It's a game changer, guys. We cannot use the excuse of we don't know anymore. Like that ship has sailed. Honestly, guys, the ship of I don't know or I didn't know or it's sailed. There's too much information. Every Friday, I come and I give this game to y'all. Every Friday, I give the game to y'all. Every single Friday, I give you guys the game. Been doing it for a whole year straight now. Every Friday, I'm giving y'all game. Who else in these streets, and I want you to be honest, who else in these streets can hold a conversation, a free conversation, for 2, 3, sometimes even 4 hours of free game? You let me know who else in this credit space that can give you 4 or 3 consecutive hours of straight information for free. You let me know who. What's going on, brother man? No, Kali, I'm not going to lose my voice again. Nope, 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 I'm not. I want you to really think about it. My free game is better than a lot of people paid content. And this is free game. I just told y'all how to delete a mortgage for free and expose mortgage fraud for free. I'm just saying. So if y'all know somebody that's giving equal value, let me know, because guess what? If they're giving so much value and I'm giving so much value, that means we can impact a lot more people. So I'm not saying this to say, if there's competition out there, because no, there's no one that's my competition. I'm gonna let everybody know that I have no competition, right? But what I need is people that are spreading the word so more people be aware. That's what I'm saying, Bird. You gotta join the university because in the university, I'm able to have a conversation with you, not like here. So for me to mentor you is for you joining the university. Come join the university. We get on like every Sunday we do a Zoom call, and we're starting another Zoom call on Mondays. So we'll be having two Zooms per week for the university. One on Sunday, one on Mondays. You get to bring your reports, you get to bring whatever is going on with you, and we're going to have a conversation and we're going to figure it out. Don't be afraid to bet on you. Stangs and Chargers. Not sure what that means. Stangs and Chargers. Don't know what that means. Right? So, what I'm getting at is, ladies and gentlemen, saying I don't know, saying I don't have the information, saying my credit is bad, using bad credit as an excuse not to start your business and be financially free, that's an excuse we no longer need to start using. We need to stop saying that we don't have enough, and we need to talk about abundance. We need to talk about how I'm going to get out the mud. We need to talk about how you are going to use your finances, your credit to change your life. I've purchased one, two, three cars off of credit, didn't use my own money. And I have friends that are doing Turo that purchase 30 cars. I have friends that's tapping in to different lines of credit and using that to get financially free. You don't need to save. Saving is bullshit. It is total bullshit. Don't save, guys. What you need is get a high limit credit card and use it and put it away for emergencies, right? So you can have one item to keep the card active. Let's say you put the light bill or a phone bill on it. You can use that high limit credit card as your emergency fund and go invest in your education so you can have more streams of income, right? That's the goal. Multiple streams of income. Think about all the amount of money they're printing and how inflation is going up. Stop thinking you need money. You don't need money, you need credit, and lots of it. You have unlimited credit. You have unlimited credit, right? You have unlimited credit. Learn to maximize your credit. Learn to use credit to get you in position so you don't have to come out of pocket. When you use your hard earned money, even though there is no such thing as money anymore, money doesn't exist. But I'm not going to get into that. There is no money in the United States anymore. We use tokens, Federal Reserve note. That's what we use. But we accept it for face value for what it is. Use that to purchase asset producing items. How does that come back to credit? How does that come back to consumer law? How many people here know that you can get paid for having bad credit? Yes. Who here knows that you can get paid for having bad credit? A lot of people don't even know that they can get paid for having bad credit. They don't. Do you know that if you have bad credit and you know that you can get paid for having bad credit, you can actually build a wealth strategy from having bad credit? I bet a lot of you didn't think like that. If you have bad credit, you know you can get paid for having bad credit. You can actually devise a wealth strategy using bad credit to get out the mud. I know a lot of people don't even know that. Before I go, I'm thinking if there's any other gems I want to give y'all before I go. All right, I'm gonna leave the rest of the gems for next week. Um, I do believe that I've given you guys a lot of information. All right, damn, hold on, I didn't even see these. Golly. All right, Clubhouse has been going off. I did not see the question things. Suppressing your information. It's not just suppressing it. You can correct the information or delete it altogether. Is the letter on the website? Yes. The link is at the top of my Clubhouse. Can I use this info to get rid of a vehicle loan? Yes, the auto deletion loan is very, very similar to the mortgage deletion letter. It's the same letter, you just modify it for auto loan. Um, Sometimes they put disclosures in a very small print that you sign under duress. So signing under duress and signing something that was not conspicuous, the law says the disclosures must be conspicuous. Just hopped in mortgage deletion for real, absolutely. Preach, no, I can't. No, no idea. Buy your own credit report, truth in lending. What's that? What if an investment property? With an investment property, you can use the mortgage fraud document that I went over, learning how to get a quiet title, and then learning and finding out the chain in title. And once you're able to find that the mortgage note and the mortgage and the promissory note was separated, then you can use that to get the home. I have 30 houses. Sheesh. Khadija, what I would do is I would sell the whole portfolio. I would sell the whole portfolio of 30 houses. Do I'll do a 1031 exchange to get an apartment complex where instead of having 30 houses, you now have 30 doors under one building. I would get rid of all the small houses. I would sell that whole portfolio and I would use a 1031 exchange and then get leverage that 10x. So let's say if all 30 houses come to 5 million, you can leverage that to get a $15 million apartment complex. Who would know I signed a million pages? We just sign and get keys. That is true. Not called right of rescission, it's called notice of right to cancel. No, the law says it's called right of rescission. You cannot mix the names up. Right of rescission is right of rescission. Notice the right to cancel is a totally different thing. It might be under that section, but it must be clear the right of rescission is the right of rescission. Can I delete a new loan that's messing up my debt? And yes, you can delete new loans. Opt out of having that information reported. Yes, if you're in the university, there will be classes now starting Sunday and Monday. If you're in the university, you will get the Sunday Monday class, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How do I get higher credit cards? What you can do to get higher credit cards is keep maxing out old credit cards and paying them down between 1 and 6%. Do that for like 3 to 6 consecutive months, and then you can go back in and request a line of increase. Boom, boom, boom. I'm in university. Shout out to RB the realtor. I just seen that the queen just joined. Um, I have some bad credit. You can get paid for bad credit. I am leveraging properties to purchase a 45K Southwest Future building right now. What I would do is for that, if you have a lot of equity, I would recommend, right, doing a cash out refinance, right? I would do a cash out refinance, and then from the cash out refinance, you can still keep the property, but then no, you leverage that. You leverage the funds that you're going to use from the cash out refi and get the other property. So one property is still cash flowing, but you use the equity in that property to obtain a new property. I would go that route. I would just go that route and using the Burr method. Um, to maximize on the high value that the sellers market have right now, and you leveraging to get deals and being in position. Can you sue the CRA on your own without a lawyer? Yes, you can. You can go pro se. You can put in your own documentations. You don't need a lawyer to file a suit. I am tired of having bad credit. Ready for a change now. If you are ready for a change, then you know where to find me. I want you to go to Consumer Law Secrets University. If you're tired of having bad credit, if you're tired of being denied, if you're tired of not having enough and you want to fix your credit situation, you need to be in the university. You owe it to yourself to be in the university. Be the credit hero you want. So you just type up a letter and file it in the courts and send a copy to the CRA. Not necessarily. You'll have to learn the process. It is not as simple as you make it sound. You have to learn how to properly file the paperwork. So there's information you will need to learn. RB, what's going on, Queen?
Hey family, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Just giving some game on how to delete a mortgage from a consumer report.
Good thing to talk about on a Friday.
Good thing to talk. Good thing indeed. Good thing indeed. All right. So
I might actually need to team up with you. We have some stuff going on with Chase Bank, and they were talking about having a person that does credit repairs. So I have to connect with you.
Really, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hit me up. Hit me up. That sounds amazing. What's the average time to get results for mortgage or timeshares? It's not necessarily average time for results, but it does fall within the same time frame. Within 30 days to 90 days, you will start seeing changes. You will see modifications, you will see deletions, you will see updates. There's a lot of stuff that can happen. It all depends on the intention of what you want to do. You are in charge of your financial situation. You are. Ain't nobody else responsible for your own finances but you. The question now becomes, all right, if I have this mortgage, right? If I have this mortgage and this mortgage is negatively affecting my livelihood, my debt to income is high, there's a lot of late payments, the interest rate is high. Loan modification is a scam. Refinancing is also a scam. And I know a lot of you are going to say, Doreen, what are you talking about? The first 5 to 7 years of your mortgage, most of your payments goes to interest, right? Most of your payments goes toward interest. Now, when you finally start paying down the principal, and within that 5 years, they're gonna come to you and say, "Oh, you should refinance." Have you guys ever thought of why every 5 to 7 years a mortgage company will come to you and say, "Hey, you can refinance," or they'll say, "We could get you refinance for better rates." Who is like, has anybody ever thought of that before? I want y'all to really think about it. Every 5 to 7 years, you're gonna come and they're gonna say, "Hey, we can get you a better rate, right? We can get you a better rate, lower interest rate. All you need to do is refinance." Like, who's heard that before? I want you guys to really start thinking. Come on, guys. Who's heard it before? Every 5 to 7 years, they're going to come and they're going to say, "We can get you better interest rate if you refinance." If the first 5 to 7 years, most of your payments are going to interest, and what do you think is going to happen when you refinance the mortgage? The next 5 to 7 years, most of your payments are going to go back to interest. Do you see why some people can never pay off the house? Like, I wonder if y'all are following what I'm saying. Do you understand why some people will never pay off a mortgage? If you're going to refinance every 5 to 7 years, you will never pay on the principal, bro. I really like, I hope this is making sense. I really hope this is making sense to y'all. Is this making any sense? Is this making sense, guys? If you keep refinancing every 5 to 7 years, you will never stop paying down the principal. Most of the payment is going to go to interest. Who benefits from the interest? Who benefits from the interest payments? Who? Tell me. Who benefits from it? My grandma being sued for a credit card debt that is more than 10K that has passed 7 years. It's not showing up. All right. So what you need to do, Nathan, is look up the state. Look up what state you're in, and look up the statute of limitations for collecting on a credit card debt in that particular state. So see if the debt is a time barred debt. If the debt is a time barred debt, they cannot sue you on a time barred debt, and you cannot be sued on a debt that has passed the statute of limitations. This is why I keep telling you guys, it's important. See, they're coming after grandma. Not even your grandmamas are safe, guys. They're not. What grandma have to do with anything? They're trying to get grandma's little pension. That's like, yo, I don't know if you guys know how important it is for you to know this stuff. You need to be able to protect your family. What if grandma didn't have somebody that can protect her? Nathan, what if you weren't there? I want you to really think about this. What if you weren't there, right? What if you weren't there and they came after grandma? And grandma didn't know that she was supposed to go to court. Grandma didn't know that she can defend herself. What if grandma didn't know none of this? What do you think would have happened to grandma and her pension? Yo, Callie, you're talking some facts. You're talking some real facts. I want you to think about it. What if you weren't there, Nathan, and grandma wasn't able to be aware of what's going on? What do you think would happen to grandma? They probably steal her money. They'll probably steal her pension. Then they'll probably put a lien on grandma's house and then now try to foreclose on it. Then grandma couldn't pay it. Then now that home that would have been passed on to the other generations got foreclosed on fraudulently and they took grandma's house. Can you imagine how many people this is happening to? And you guys that are here, the newer generation, the next generation, you have the ability to change this. But a lot of people, they're cheap. They're cheap on themselves. They don't want to invest in their own education. They rather go to college and get student loan of fifty to $100,000, right? And then still not get a job and then neglect the whole credit stuff. But then when you don't learn the credit stuff and these debt collectors come after you, these other people come after you, you don't know what to do. The greatest investment you will ever make is in yourself. The greatest investment I have ever made is the day I decided to invest in my education. And I'm not talking going to school education. I learned more from my coaches and mentors than any school taught me about life, credit, or finances. And this is not to brag. I make more than doctors. And it's not bragging. I got a high school diploma. You don't need a degree to be successful. You don't. I got a high school diploma. You think I'm scared to say Doreen has a high school diploma? But put me up against a lawyer, a consumer lawyer, any consumer lawyer. Put me up against one and we'll see. And I only have a high school diploma. Put me up against a consumer lawyer. We'll see. I make more than doctors. I make more than lawyers. I have a high school diploma in 4 businesses. I'm just saying, you don't need all the stuff they tell you to be successful. You don't. What you need to be really good at is solving people's problems. Solve people's problems. Set up assets that flow you. Buy assets that give you cash flow. Invest in assets. Your greatest asset is you. Learn the things you need to learn to get out the trap, get out the mud. Shout out to my guy, Jeremy. Your greatest asset is yourself. Like, what does it mean to invest in you? How much is investing in you worth? In December, not December, October, I joined a master class for 45,000. Then I joined another one for 6,000. Then I joined another one for 5,000. I'm going to join another one for 35,000, and then I'm looking to join another one for 150,000. Do you understand how much my education means? I'm not talking about going to school. The things I'm learning, school don't teach this type of stuff. School don't teach you how to make $100,000 in one day. School don't teach you that. School don't teach you how to build out an 800 credit profile 3 times in 1 year. School don't teach you that type of stuff. School don't teach you how to delete 500 plus collections account in 1 year. School don't teach you that. School don't teach you how to delete late payments from a mortgage. School don't teach you how to delete collections and don't pay for it. School doesn't teach you how to refuse to pay a collection and then send in the corresponding law that stop that collection company in their tracks. School don't teach you life. School doesn't teach you real life stuff. School don't teach you that you can buy a home and you know that if the mortgage and the promissory note is separated, there is no security that enforces that mortgage. School don't teach you that. School don't teach you that you can rescind a transaction, then own it free and clear of all encumbrance. School don't teach you that. They don't. Shout out to Brian in the house. School does not teach you how to be financially free. Jeremy and Brian are here. They're gonna go off, man. Jeremy and Brian together. It's a dangerous combination, guys. School don't teach you this type of stuff, but yet we go there, right? And we get duped into learning stuff that sometimes don't have no real life application. You see, if you're going to be a specialist, like a lawyer, like my friend Brian Ponder, or you're going to be a doctor, or a CPA, or a nurse, right? Or a dentist, or those stuff school makes sense for. Those type of stuff, those type of stuff, it makes sense to go to school to learn that. That makes sense. But when you really think about, I am a nurse, yeah, nurses save lives. That type of stuff you need to go to schools to learn. But what I'm telling you, if there's people out here in these streets telling you to live below your means, they do not wish good for you. Ain't nobody should live below their means. Learn to live a life of abundance and use the resources that you have to create more streams of income. No one should be living below their means. That don't make no damn sense. You said nursing school is a fraud, but we won't talk about that. All right. I have friends that trade options, right? I haven't started trading options yet. I did in the beginning, but because my time got so constrained, I just kind of left it alone. I have friends that trade option that makes $10,000 and $20,000 a day, not a month, a day trading stock options. I've seen it. I'm there in the room when they're calling out the plays. I've won few trades. I just haven't settled down to learning options. I got a lot going on. I have friends that came out of the pandemic or the pandemic, whatever you want to call it, that made millions trading stock options. Whether the market's going up, they're winning. Whether the market's coming down, they're winning. I have friends that started trucking, leverage credit, leverage credit to create multiple streams of income. But yet, you're still being told to go to school and get a job and work for $8 and $15 an hour. Why the hell would you want to do that? Why? Do you know that it's easier to make a lot of money in a short period of time than it is to make a little bit of money over a long period of time? My man says scamdemic. Like there's so much I want to teach you guys. We'll be here forever, man. There's so much I want to teach y'all. And it's not just consumer law. It's bigger than consumer law. It's beyond consumer law. Yeah, I get it. Some people literally have to be told what to do. I get it. 100% I do. I get it. But you have greatness in you. A credit score should not hold you back. Credit should not hold anybody back. If credit is holding you back, something is going on. No, in the repossess in the repo, in the repo manuscript, it's an ebook and it's two webinar videos, and then letters. It's a whole package. You're gonna get the webinar videos, and you're also going to get the repossession manuscript, and you're also going to get the repossession letters. So it's a lot of stuff that comes in the repossession manuscript. Tell you what, I want you guys to share with me some of the issues that you're having with credit. So now we've gotten the mortgage deletion letter out the way. You know, so I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. You know what, Jeremy, hop on this live, bro. If Brian's still here, y'all need to hop on this live. Cause for the next 15 minutes, let's give some game. No, it's a whole package. You have to get the whole entire package. Because if you get the form, it won't work. One thing won't work. You need the information for it to work. Um, let me. Um, I'll leave this foreclosure stuff to next week. Yeah, leave that to next week. All right, no problem, bro. So what am I getting at? I'm here. It's been 2 hours and 16 minutes. We've spoken about not repossession. We've spoken about the mortgage. We've spoken about truth in lending. We spoke about deleting the mortgage from the consumer report. We spoke about mortgage fraud. We spoke about if you're just joining and you need the mortgage deletion letter. If you're on Clubhouse, the link is at the top. You can get the mortgage deletion letter. If you're on Instagram, all you got to do is text the word mortgage. Text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329 to get the mortgage deletion letter. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're at, if you can hear the sound of my voice, just text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it an evening. I am making a 30-day consumer credit course for you guys. I just finished making the 14-day course. So I know that the university, a lot of people are having difficulty joining the university. So I'm making some other products for you. So I just completed the 14-day course. I'm now gonna go finish up the 30-day course, and then I'm gonna have some stuff for you guys. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff for you. A chapter 13 that was dismissed with zero balance, but still on two reports. Clay, go to my website and look for the do for self um, how to delete your own bankruptcy. So if you go on my website, go to the search bar and type in bankruptcy, and you're going to see, or if you go to bundles, you will see the bankruptcy deletion guide. The bankruptcy deletion guide will give you a step by step how to delete the bankruptcy from the two consumer reporting agencies that's still reporting it. So if you go to my website, www.deraindelevante.com, go there, go into the search bar and type in bankruptcy, and the bankruptcy deletion guide should come up. Or you could just go to our products, or if you go to bundles, you can look for bankruptcy. Have you heard of a subject to financing in real estate? Yes. I acquired a property through subject to where the homeowner sells me the property subject to what they owe on the mortgage. Yes. I have a lot of friends that buys properties subject to. How do we get this package? I'm gonna have the list in the description, but if you're on YouTube and Facebook, what I want you guys to do is you can go to the rain. You can go to deraindelevante.com. Truth in lending wasn't received at closing. Is this fraud? Um, Not necessarily fraud, but you can request your truth in lending documents. Remember, no, you can always request these documents. So if you didn't get the documents, you can request it. So I wouldn't off the bat go ahead and say it's fraud. Just request the documents. Now, if they don't have them, that's a totally different story. What else do we have? I have inquiries, late payments, and a lot of address, student loans, and collections. Hope. Um, I want you to look up www dot consumer consumer law secrets, university.com. I want you to go to the consumer law secrets university.com website, and I need you to sign up. Inquiries, you guys can get inquiries deleted in like 24 hours. Inquiries are one of the most easiest things to get deleted, and you can also get paid for them too, because on a minimum basis you can get paid $1,000 per inquiry that's sitting on your credit. All right, let me take a few requests before I go. I see somebody just requested to come on the live. Having a problem with Experian removing old addresses. On my website, there is the personal information letter. Look in the chat, you're going to see my website. There's the personal information letter. That's the letter I use and that all my students use to clean up personal information. So get that letter and ensure that you're sending those letters out. Clubhouse, I need some. Okay, let's see. I have friends that work for credit repair companies. They have told me, are have told that credit remove. I don't understand this. I have told me that credit repair companies remove credit. However, all credit repair companies say they can remove bad credit through Fair Credit Act laws. However, credit repair companies say that Suzanne, I'm not following. You want to come on stage, Susan, and talk to me, and so I can address, so I can shine some light on what you're saying. Raise your hand, Susan. I'm not really following what you're saying, so let me find you. Where's Susan? Hey, Susan, what's going on?
Thank you, thank you. It's a little challenging to try to type this
I
out.
know, I know, I know. So what are they telling you?
So basically, what I was told by some friends that have worked for credit repair companies that yes, they use the Fair Credit Report laws. I
Reporting
forgot
Act.
the laws, but
It's the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Yeah, go ahead.
But the point of the whole thing.
1 second, Susan. Jeremy, can you mute for me, Jeremy? Hold on. Jeremy, can you mute for me? All right, I don't think he's hearing me. So.
Yo.
Oh, can you mute for a second, brother? We're getting a lot of feedback. All right, bet. Thank you, brother. All right, Susan, talk to me now. What were you saying?
Awesome. Thank you. Two things. Okay, first thing is that I was trying to explain is that I've had friends that have worked for different credit repair companies. They say that credit repair companies can remove the bad credit and and fix your credit report. However, what all these friends say that work for different credit repair companies is that even though they do all this the right way through the laws, they say that sometimes, somehow, that it'll end up back onto your credit report. All the bad stuff that was removed can end up back on the credit report, even though they're doing it the right way legally. Something like that.
All right. So no. So let me address that, because it's not the first I've heard it, and I've heard a lot of people say it. Now, any account that's on your credit report or your consumer report, you can get deleted, right? That part is absolutely true. It doesn't matter the type of account, you can get it deleted if you don't want it there. Now, some items, when they get deleted, they might pop back up on the report. That part is also true. Now, it's all about how you got the accounts deleted. You can use the law, the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You can use that law to delete any account. You can also use that law in conjunction with the Truth in Lending Act and the Request for Personal Information and the Graham Leach Bailey Act. These are various laws that you use together to get different accounts deleted. No, no one or two accounts get deleted the same way, because each part of the law speaks on a different section. Like, for example, late payments. I have gotten a lot of late payments deleted. My students have gotten a lot of late payments deleted. With late payments, it's a specific section of the law that deals with late payments and utilization. So it wouldn't be the same thing that applies to a late payment that would apply to a charge off, or that would apply to a collections account. Are you following what I'm getting at?
Absolutely. That's the best way to say what I was trying to say. They said there was various different laws, and here's the key two words. That things that they removed, even though they removed them with the various laws, are not guaranteed to be permanently deleted, because somehow they can always creep back up on
Not
your credit report.
necessarily. No, not necessarily. See, items get deleted for a few reasons, right? It's either inaccurate, it's outdated, it's incomplete. As long as you can prove that it was incorrect, it needs to get deleted. If it's unverifiable, it gets deleted. If they cannot validate it, it gets deleted. If it's incorrect, incomplete, or outdated, it gets deleted.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a matter of it creeping back. If it's done the right way, it's going to stay deleted.
That's the part that I couldn't understand, because the several different companies have said, even though they do everything the legal way through various laws to get things deleted, that somehow someday they can always come back. So that's what I was didn't make sense.
Yes, so if
So you know what I'm
so
saying?
if you know the legal way of doing it, if it comes back, all you got to do is delete it again. And guess what? If they keep bringing back incorrect, outdated, incomplete information, now we're on the grounds of willful non-compliance. So, under willful non-compliance, now you can sue them for damages.
You can also do it through the creditor too, bro.
And you can also delete information through the creditors.
Well, I know I'm gonna hire you, because there's always in between the lines. You always hear that saying in life. There's things in between the lines, because even though you're being amazing and you're giving us all this free information from your heart and all this time from your loving heart, there's still going to be so many things in between the lines that if we do all this ourselves, that there's still might be something missing. So that's why I know you have your program.
And this is why I teach. Exactly. So what I do, Suzanne, is I don't do it for you. My university, I am here with you. I teach you how to do it, and we have a community, and we go about this every day. This is what we do and I do every day, Susan. It's not just on Fridays here. When I'm not doing this on live with y'all, I am doing this in my university with my students. So once you become a part of the university, you're going to learn these laws. And guess what? When you learn them, you'll be able to enforce the things that you want, and you're able to help other family members.
Awesome. So I'm gonna have to pull a credit report and see. The reason why I came on to your Clubhouse room is, number one, usually I'm working, so it's all in divine order that I had a long break at work, so that way I could find your room, even though I wasn't looking for it.
That's good.
So that's why I believe everything's in divine order. However, mine might be a little bit different. Well, I know you've already probably heard of it for sure. Is that I got scammed for my money, not by, and so since I got scammed by my money, and also I sold my home, and they never even took the money out when I sold my home, and I didn't realize that they gave me all the money back, and
wow. Okay.
and I ended up getting scammed from somebody else, and so since they didn't pay for my mortgage, and then I got scammed from another company when I thought I was buying mutual funds, I thought I was buying trust funds, and I got scammed from that, and so then I really owed a mortgage, because when I went over the paperwork, they really didn't take the money out for the mortgage. They gave it all to me. It was my first time selling my apartment. So now I owe a mortgage and I got scammed, so I can't pay for it because I have a little different type of situation.
See, it's not how you fall down, it's how you get up.
That's right.
It's not how you fall. We all fall. It's how you get up. You can own this. You can take your power back. And then when you learn how to defend yourself, you can teach other people how not to get scammed, how to believe in themselves, how to fall down, and how to get back up. Because Les Brown says, if you're gonna fall, you need to fall looking down. Or no, Les Brown says, if you're gonna fall, I'm gonna fall on my back. Because if I can look up, I can get up. That's right, because I'm not staying down there.
Right.
I'm not. So I'm gonna fall backwards because I'm gonna look up. If I can look up, I can get up.
That's why I said it was divine order that I found your room, because I'm normally working. That's why I worded it that way, because I did trust a trust fund company, thinking that I was buying trust funds when it really wasn't. So that was a scam there, because I trust everybody. I trust everybody in life because I believe everybody's truthful.
So what I want you to do, I want you to trust you. I want you to believe in you, because I know something about you that you don't know about yourself yet. I believe that you have greatness in you. And when you believe in yourself and you invest in yourself and in your education, there is absolutely nothing that you cannot do.
That's why I said this was divine order. I have a mentor who happens to be a Les Brown life coach for over 20 years, and she's also a Bob Proctor life coach for over 20 years. And however, it's divine order that I found your room. Like, I keep saying that because it is. Because I'm supposed to be working, and if I was working and didn't have this big break, I never would have found your room. So that's why I keep saying it's divine order, and that's why I am going to join your university and get all this straightened out, so I can do that.
I appreciate that.
It's a blessing that you have all these laws and you're sharing them with us.
Yep.
And sharing your university. So
absolutely.
That way we can help heal ourselves and heal the world. Thank you.
Before you go, I want you to say one thing before you go. I can do all things. I just want you to repeat that 3 times before you go. I can do all things.
I can do all things.
Louder.
I can do all things. I can do all things.
There you
I can
go.
do all things.
Yes,
So
you
it
can.
is.
Yes, you can. You can do all things. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The things that you believe unto yourself, you give them life. So start speaking more life, more healing, more power into yourself. And I promise you, through your mind, you will be renowned and you'll be a completely different person.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome.
And I can go to your university and sign up. And you said Sunday, like tomorrow?
Yes, like Sunday that's coming. We're gonna have a class tomorrow, and we're gonna have a class Monday.
And you said it was Eastern time, 8.
Yes,
8
East
p.m.
Eastern.
time?
Yep, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so I just gonna go to your website and sign up.
Yep,
Thank you.
Consumer Law Secrets University. Once you click Doreen De Levante or you type in Doreen De Levante and you go to my product website, just look for the university. Or if you click on my Instagram, you can also find it in my bio. But the link you want is the Consumer Law Secrets University. So if you click on my face here on Clubhouse, just click on my picture, go to my Instagram, it's at the bottom. Then when you get to my Instagram, you're gonna see join the Consumer Law Secrets University or join my university today. It's gonna say that or join the #1 consumer law university. Once you get that, then you'll be able to go in.
I see follow. I'm new to using computers.
That's fine.
So I see a follow, message. I haven't seen that part yet that you said.
Which part? Where, are you on my Instagram?
Yeah, it opened up.
Okay.
Maybe it's under more.
So look at there's a link. Look in my bio where my picture is at the top. You're gonna see a link. It says DoreenDelevante.com/quicklinks.
Okay, so I went to your Instagram thing.
Yep. So
Okay.
look, it says quick links. Once you go to the quick links, you're able to go to. You're gonna see the tab for the university.
Okay, so nothing is opening up when I'm in your bio. I clicked your. Yeah, nothing's opening up, but that's because it's cell phone. Okay, that's because it's my cell phone. And I don't have monthly.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna pull it up for you right now.
Send me a link.
I
Yeah.
am.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, my cell phone gets that way, even though it's a 5G cell phone. It still gets sensitive.
It is all good. I am good.
And that's what I cover everyone and everything with, and everything always works out because everything is always all good. Hip hip hooray! Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
You too. Thank
All right.
you.
So I just updated the link. So click the link in the Clubhouse. I just updated the link with the university. So once you click it, it's gonna bring you to the website. All right, cool. Jeremy, what's been going on, bro? I hear you're studying arbitration. What is arbitration, bro?
Why are you doing this to me? I came to just be a spectator.
I don't know, bro. I hear you're doing some powerful things that are about to get people paid.
Oh, man.
Shout out to my guy, Financial Free Fred. What's up, my guy?
Don't listen to nothing this man said, y'all. I don't speak English that well. Yeah, arbitration is dope, man. Real talk. You know what time it is, but being that you gonna do me like that, since you gonna do me like that, in a nutshell, for people who don't know what arbitration is, it's basically a legal way of just settling. So in most cases, people, they go through disputes. Dispute just basically means a disagreement. You don't want to disagree. You want to just go and settle. You know, basically, if someone
committed some type of fraud or violation, you can just say, hey, instead of me suing you, we can settle. And pretty much you just have simple stages to arbitration. You have pre-arbitration when you literally do a settlement.
Yep.
And then you have the arbitration process, which means that you either couldn't get to a pre-settlement aspect, which is outside the court, and then you just go to the arbitration side, which is basically building up the whole entire, you can just say, case to have that final, basically ruling. Now, a side note, arbitration is basically, like I said, a hearing of a settlement that's technically handled outside of a courtroom. But you still deal with a judge, you still deal with an attorney, but there's special attorneys and judges that deal with arbitration only. So that's pretty much.
Sheesh. Yo, drop some fire in the chat. My guy's been studying. Y'all don't even know what's about to happen. Y'all don't know what about to happen.
Now, being that you want me to give them heat, I give them two more gems. First thing that we need to know is that an arbitration is not what we say a one size fit all. If we could, oh my God, it would be a whole different story. Now, where I'm going with it is this. Your contract has to have that clause inside
the arbitration clause, correct?
So if you, let's just say, I'm using this as an example because these are the people who have it typically all the time. If you go to a dealership, right, they're going to typically have an arbitration clause inside there.
Yep.
That's what you want. Because now you don't got to sue them. You can arbitrate.
Yep.
But let's just say you're doing it with like your mortgage or your apartment complex.
Bank of America.
Well, in this case, let's just say apartments. Most people who have an apartment right now, they at least don't have an arbitration.
Most leases don't.
Yeah, so you can arbitrate. Don't still mean you can't, settle, but it's a little, let's just say, difficult or different. So that's one gem. So now you know if you got an arbitration clause in it, don't freaking, stretch yourself out, making a gumbo. Just go to the key ingredient. We gonna arbitrate. Now, there's two type of arbitrations. They might not be ready for this one, but I'm just going to just put it out there. You have an arbitration, which we're going to just say regular, and then we have a common law arbitration. That's different. We're not going there tonight, but you have two arbitrations, at least from what I've researched and studied. So I'm going to be going ham even more. Right now, me and Doreen already got some settlements already about to come through. So we about to cash out because we've been violated and we don't want to sue, but we will conditionally accept the settlement.
Yep. So
we'll leave it at that.
For people, so a lot of people don't know that credit cards that was closed. I've heard a lot of people speak about getting credit cards reopened. The only way I know how to reopen a credit card that was shut down is through arbitration. So a lot of people don't know that arbitration deals with dispute between you and the creditor, or between you and the other person you're contracting with. Now, if it's a dispute, it needs to go to arbitration. So if they are going to shut down a line of credit and you had no prior notice or was given the opportunity to dispute it, that is a violation of their own terms in their own contract. So when you take them to arbitration, you can argue the simple fact that they unjustly closed the account without sending out the proper notification and or following their own procedures. And what that simply means is there was no correspondence or no reason at all why they closed the account. And in doing so, it negatively impacts you. And this is why you're at arbitration, because you are seeking reparation for them violating the terms and agreement of their own contract.
Yep, we are now an injured party. You said it right.
Man, y'all not, I'm telling y'all, you're not ready for what's going to happen in the Consumer Law Secrets University. Y'all not ready for this. Don't let nobody tell you that you should go out in these streets and invoice anybody. That's not what's going to get you paid, beloved. Arbitration is what's going to get you paid.
Nothing. No, we making a 3-4 layer cake. It's not just always FCRA or 15 USC. Like, we have to layer it. And Durain and I, we teach you guys foundation, but that's not the end all and be all.
Right? Y'all ain't ready for this shit. I'm telling y'all are not. You guys are not ready for this. Oh, and Denise, I saw your question. I don't think I forgot. If the bankruptcy hasn't hit your consumer report yet, I wouldn't worry about it. Let it just, don't wake up sleeping dogs. If it's not there, leave it alone.
That's a good thing, because when that shit do it,
When it does, you'll deal with it then. But if it's child support office credit report, hold on, because people be thinking the rain is capping. Denise, can you come on real quick? I keep telling people the child support letter is fire. Don't play with my child support letter.
Y'all better go get that letter for real.
I deleted my brother child support office credit report with your letter.
Nice. Congrats to her. Y'all put some fire down below.
Man, let me, drop some fire in the chat for Denise right now. Drop some fire in the chat for Denise. Because y'all be thinking people in these streets are capping. Well, some people are. We're not. Because we're going on what? 3 hours of straight game.
Oh, you was on here that long?
Bro, 3 hours and, no, 2 hours and 47 minutes, bro.
I just came to check my DMs a little bit, and then I saw you was live. I just want to drop by. You got me on here with you. You know, it's always love. Yeah, today was crazy for me, but, you know, I always got to show my love.
Always, bro. And, bro, when we put this arbitration in the university, so there's one more guy that's going to be working with us, Jeremy. He's one of my top students. He has over 300 collection deletions within the last year. He's my top student. So I am going to bring him in, and he's also going to be studying arbitration, and we are going to be taking the arbitration to a whole nother level.
Oh, shit. Now, I know one of your students was asking me, or one of your, you know, your supporters was asking a question earlier. You know, I was just, like I said, I was just trying to just drop by and show love, but they was asking, they had given me the eyes. They was wondering, what did I mean by, did I pay $500 for my house?
Oh, I remember that.
So to kind of explain that to people really quick, I know I'm about to open up a whole new can, but oh well, this is what you love anyway, bro. You be setting me up. You be setting me up, man. Yeah, pinkies up, because you know you set me up. So basically, yeah, let me pinkies up with you, because when I'm about to tell everybody, they're going to be like, what?
Yes, people, I do drink with my pinky up. Yes, I do.
I'm about to call you Pinky Up Rain. Pinky Up the Rain. So basically, guys, really and truly, as Durain probably tell you guys all the time, there's so many ways to become free, successful, or let's just say worry-free. And one of the things for me, when I started my real estate journey many years ago, it was like, all right, I didn't have credit at the time per se, and I didn't have capital. So everybody should know it's always the three things. You need to have credit so you can fund your dreams or whatever it is that you want to do. But if you don't got credit, then you need to have the money or capital. But if you don't have credit or money, then you need to have what? Time. So for me, I had time to study and learn, but I had a little capital, so I invested into myself, and I took a course on how to do real estate investing through tax deeds and tax liens. The coach mentor at the time, he knew some stuff, to say the least. I give him the credit, and I actually got introduced to the gentleman through another young lady, because she already was showing receipts. She had like a 7,000 square foot home that she paid $500 for. I was like, this sounds too good to be true. Mm-hmm. You got my attention. I was already part of like a private, group. Fast forward, I took the free webinar that the dude did, and I was just blown away. I was like, if I just get 20% of this to hit, it's over. And within like a few months-ish of, learning the information, I went to an auction. And, fast forward, guys, I went to an auction, I bid it on properties, and I won my properties for $500 free and clear. So that means I paid $500 because nobody bid it against me. One person, which actually was the young lady who I learned the stuff from, we bid it on my very first property, which we only went back and forth a couple times. So I won my property for $1,100 to be exact. So my first home I got was $1,100. My house is a little bit over 2,300 square foot. It's like a 3-bed, 2-bath. So it's a nice size home. And I'm now a homeowner, right? A true homeowner at that. A little side note, because a lot of people don't understand that there's levels to everything. You don't own your home. A mortgage is a tenancy occupancy. So when you get a mortgage, what it means basically is that you have the lawful right to say that you technically occupy this as a tenancy, but it never really established the verbiage of you owning. Now I know I'm going a little deep because this is somebody right now, like that young lady that had that issue that you were just talking with. If she would have knew about true ownership of the real estate and not the real property, she wouldn't have any problems. Now, key word, guys, you have real estate, right? And you have real property. So I kind of got like a tongue, like a little brain fog. But basically, the best way to explain it is that real estate, no, you might be able to know it too, bro. Help me out. But real property, to my knowledge, is the actual mortgage, the paper, the notes. But real estate is the actual land. So most of us only own the mortgage, the property. You need to own the land.
Okay.
Yeah.
The real property would be defined in some cases the structure, and the real estate would be in sometimes defined as the land. And a lot of times, like you'll own the home, but you're paying land taxes.
But you don't own the land.
Yeah, so taxes now you quote unquote, but you know that taxes supersedes any other lien. This is why the government's able to, a tax lien supersedes any other lien. And this is why now when taxes are not paid, the government can do a tax deed or a tax lien sale on the property to recoup the taxes owed, and an investor like Jeremy or myself can come in and buy the property for the back taxes owed, where now a probational period is given. Some states it's a year, some states it's 2 years. And if no one comes within that time to pay me back the taxes that I paid by default, no, I think they do a quiet title action, and now you get the property free and clear. I haven't studied tax lien in a while, so if someone in here is an expert at tax lien and I'm speaking out of
that's
terms.
how I did it. So you was very accurate. Basically, I actually got my first homes at a tax lien sale. Now, to kind of like add to what you said, because you was 100% right. Basically, like you said, when you don't pay, let's just say when you don't pay taxes, property tax, whatever.
Redemption period. There we go, Samuel. Thank you.
Redemption period.
Redemption period.
Yeah. So before the redemption period, let's start from the ground root, like you said. Basically, what happens is that
Yo, don't mean to cut you. Kali knows some shit, you know. Kali knows some shit. Like, I've been seeing the comments. Kali knows some shit. Shout out to you, Kali. I know you know some shit.
Shout out.
Yeah, she knows some shit. She's been in the Matrix.
So peep game, a little sidebar, right? You were saying some states and counties, because it gets really, 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 really intricate with tax liens and tax deeds. It's by the county. Now, mind you, United States has over 3,000 counties. So you basically got 3,000 rules, 3,000 counties. They're all very similar, but the county that I particularly invested in, our redemption period was like 3 months and 6 months. And so is specific on what is it that they're offering. Now, mind you, I said that we got our homes for $500. That means that at the particular auction that I was investing in, that's not what the back taxes was. That was a discount auction. So they got treasure auctions, and then they have I always forget the names. You got the treasure auction, and then you have the whatever. But basically, one is the actual amount owed on the tax, and then it's the commissioners. It's the commissioner auction and the treasurer auction. I haven't been buying tax liens in a minute, y'all, so I gotta, get some of this rust off. But yeah, the redemption period is really cool. It's 6 months, and you could go petition for the deed. I think I got a quick claim deed. I can't remember. I don't think I got a quiet deed or title, but neither here or there. You once you do your process correctly, whether if you do it yourself or get an attorney, you get the deed and the home is yours.
So there's a lot of ways in these streets, and when I tell you guys, you can get paid for bad credit. So let me give y'all a preview of the next phase of the Consumer Law Secrets University. But you having bad credit, we're gonna teach you how to identify all the negative accounts, and then we're gonna teach you how to dispute. And then once you do the administrative process, meaning that you do your round one or round two, or if you go round three, and you give them an opportunity to cure, and they are willfully non-compliant, right? This is where now that bad credit becomes dollar signs, because now when we talk about damages, actual damages, statutory damages, and stuff like that, through arbitration, you can get paid. You getting paid now through arbitrations, stuff like tax liens, tax deeds. You can invest. When I tell you that there is a wealth strategy that I'm going to be teaching to people that have bad credit, I am not joking, guys. There's a lot that's going to happen. But if you're not in the room learning this type of stuff, you're not going to learn it. I'm just being honest, because there's some stuff I will not teach outside of the university. Some stuff I'll give y'all for free because I love y'all, but there's stuff where you got to be in the university to get it.
Sign me up for this. I need all that sauce.
So very, very soon, I'll be coming out with the get paid for bad credit module. That's going to be it's going to be a whole new beast. Oh my God, Callie and the rabbit hole. I'm not doing it, Callie. I'm not.
She says something.
She wants me to go down the rabbit hole. I'm not. She's been tempting me all night.
Yeah, they're not ready for that. Because I left the gym out. I might leave that for your inner circle.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna
on top of gyms.
Yeah, we're gonna take this to a whole nother level. And guess what, guys? We're not afraid to show the receipts. We're not. Because when I tell you that we're getting hundreds of deletion, go into my Instagram right now and go to results. Go there, you'll see it. Count them for yourselves. And that's not all the testimonials. Go to results on my Instagram and go count them for yourselves. Go do it. So with that, bro, we're gonna wrap up in 3 minutes. I'm gonna go finish working on this 30-day course that I'm building out. Denise, I really appreciate you getting your brother's child support deleted. That is a major move. Congratulations. Round of applause. Let's definitely give the flowers, because now with that off of his report, it frees him up to go do other things. So shout out to you, shout out to your brother. I have most of your letters. Can't wait to use them all. Go ahead and be great. Go change lives out there. Go ahead, Denise. Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm helping people.
I know you gotta get ready for that letter.
Yep, appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. And this is why, it's people like Susan, like Denise, like Callie, it's people like y'all that keep me coming back here, because I'm not getting paid for this. This is free stuff. I'm giving y'all free game.
Say that again.
My free game is better. You're welcome, Suzanne. My free game is better than a lot of people's paid content. I got people deleting stuff out in these streets for free. Go ahead and invest in yourself. If my free content can get you so much deletion, imagine when you enroll in the university, the things you're going to learn and the things you can do. It's a whole nother stratosphere. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm an island boy, just trying to make it. I'm an island boy. Come on, bro. You know what it
Oh,
is.
no, no, no. We have no wine yet?
Yeah, I did. I had a whole cup. That's what I was sipping on.
I'm out of here.
I had a whole cup, bro. All right, later, brother. Cool, cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So Clubhouse, the link is at the top to join the university. If you need the mortgage deletion letter, for everyone that just came on, I'm about to close out. If you need the mortgage deletion letter, just text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329. Text the word mortgage to 917-810-3329. From your favorite island boy, you know what it is. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate all of you. Yeah, have a great and wonderful weekend, and I will see y'all soon. So, Clubhouse, it's been great. I'll definitely see y'all next week. Next week, I'll talk about auto loan deletion. Next week, it's very similar to mortgage deletion. Deleting an auto loan is like the exact process of getting a mortgage deleted. But with auto loan, I'll probably touch in repossession, and yeah, I'll probably touch repossession when I'm discussing the auto loan. So you will get that added benefit next week. So next week we'll talk about deleting an auto loan from your credit report, and I'm also gonna be launching. I'm gonna launch. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'm gonna make a form because I'm gonna start having you guys give me some topics that you guys want me to speak about, right? So I'm gonna have some topics that you guys want me to speak about. I'm gonna find some way how to capture those questions or topics, and I'll be discussing those topics going forward. So everyone on Clubhouse, have an amazing day. From your favorite island boy. I'm gonna talk to y'all next week. All right, bye.
What days are your rooms? Did you say
It-
every day you
every
have a room?
Friday. No, every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Friday.
5 p.m. Eastern. Awesome. Are you on an island right now? Is that why you're singing?
No. I'm Jamaican. Right now, I'm in Atlanta. I'm
You're in
Jamaican.
Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta right now. But I love letting everybody know that I'm from the islands.
Oh, okay. So you're next door to me. I'm in Florida, so we're neighbors.
Okay. So I be
Have an
telling
awesome
people,
day. Thank you.
you too, beautiful. You too. Have a wonderful evening. Cause I'm an island boy. Alrighty. Every, everyone have an amazing evening from your favorite island boy. You know it's a credit hero. Have an amazing evening, guys. Let's go. All right. So, all right, YouTube. So while I'm reposting this video on IG, if you got some more questions, you can always catch the replay. Do you have a payment plan for the university? I am working it out right now. I am working out the payment plan right now. I am working it out right now, and I will get the payment plan set up very, very soon. Alrighty, cool. So, YouTube, Facebook, I love you guys. It's been real. I'm gonna go back to finish this 30-day course that I said that I'm gonna get for y'all. So I will speak to y'all later. And the 14-day course is finished, so that will be available soon. I'll have that for y'all, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So I'll see you guys very very soon. For those of you that came into the university, thank you very much for joining. I got so much to teach you. You need to be able to take your power back, take your finances and your credit back. So we got a lot to learn. All right. But it's going to be an amazing journey. And I'm here for you. All right. I am here for you. So, with that being said, guys, have a wonderful evening. All right.